Hey you guys, welcome to my channel, Kia Love. And if you don't already follow me, please follow me on Twitter at lady_lady89. Also on IG at Kia_love. So, we all know that most of my videos are just real talk videos. I give my opinion on things and etc. But today, I know this is kind of a touchy subject, but I know that it's a very popular subject that I feel has been in some areas swept under the rug and in some areas too focused on. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, the subject is the whole Beyonce not being pregnant thing. Now, I am no expert at this at all. Once again, this is my opinion, like always, but this is how I feel. I honestly feel that Beyonce used a surrogate mother. I was not there when the child was conceived, thought about, delivered, and even now, I have never seen a child or whatever like that. But to me, too many facts are not there, or too many evidence. There's no evidence of this child besides the performance, the picture, and now the baby. Reason why I don't believe that she had the baby is because any celebrity or any mother, period, if I knew that, even if I had a close friend that was pregnant, I don't know anyone who would hide their pregnancy like that to not have a picture of their pregnancy, like their stomach being big, videos, just pictures of them, their stomachs, her friends. And if you notice, I understand like Beyonce and Jay-Z are very private people. But even when Solange was pregnant, they had her in a video with her full stomach out. Now I feel like I'm not knocking Solange, but Solange is not as popular as Beyonce. So Beyonce, for her to be pregnant, to make her pregnancy be known when she did her performance, I would have expected her to have a video of seeing her stomach full on, like all these other celebrities. Other celebrities have magazine covers. They doing commercials to advertise stretch marks and etc. Now, Beyonce's post pictures, her stomach was right back flat. So, which probably would tell you that she didn't have stretch marks. Not because she wasn't pregnant, but because she doesn't have stretch marks. Beyonce always shows her stomach. So, therefore, if you're A, pregnant, two, well, B, don't have stretch marks, why not have at least one picture of your big old pregnant stomach if you were so happy? Not only that, but if this was to be your first child, who does not document their first child? Even Snooki did like a little cement mold of the stomach. Little girls on 16 and pregnant. Everybody who has been pregnant, legitimately been pregnant, you have seen some type of evidence of them. Don't nobody know these girls on 16 and pregnant. Don't nobody care about them. But yet you are a icon and you're a star, and you're telling me that you cannot produce or provide us with any type of legitimate evidence of you being pregnant. Now, it's one thing if you were pregnant and you had a miscarriage, which was stated in a documentary that I think 2 months prior to her finding out she was pregnant with Blue, that she had a miscarriage. Okay, that's fine. So if you didn't want to go on, if you want to go through that again, or if you didn't want the wear and tear on your body, which was stated in one of your interviews a while back, that you said that you didn't want to have a child because you knew that it without working out, you would be big. So regardless of whatever your reasons were, let's just say the first pregnancy that you documented 2 months before you was pregnant with Ivy or Blue, that it was heartbreaking. So nobody wants to go through that again and all the other stuff. But to me, the documentary, I felt, yes, you let people in, you let people see who you were as a person, but you did not prove yourself as being a mother, or not saying like a mother, but a, I guess, a mother in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like you gave us a look at who you were outside of the fame, and you just want to be a normal person, which I understand that. But something that's so simple as you lip singing for the inauguration, I think the Super Bowl was what, a week or 2 weeks after that, and you shut down the stadium like you had a power surge. That is how you prove a point to someone. We all know and love you. We all know that you can sing and you sound just as good live as you do in the studio. So you proved that point, and I'm a huge fan of yours, but you proved that point. But when it came out to this pregnancy, I thought that when you made the documentary, that you was gonna shut everybody's mouth up. You was gonna have pictures, movies, ultrasounds. You want to show your stomach, everything. And the fact that in your documentary, you only had two clips of this so-called pregnancy, which was when you was. It looked like you was probably ate at a buffet and was full, and you poked your stomach out. And then this whole little silhouette thing, which I believe was a stunt double, or because I feel like this. For one, it took you a year after this, after this, after your baby, if a year, I think it was, maybe, I don't know how long it's been, but it took this long for you to make this documentary. If you had all the evidence already, which you should have had all this evidence, because when the movie first started, obviously you document yourself all the time because you always carry around a laptop. So for one, the fact that the movie started off with a homemade video. Two, you stated that you always carry a laptop. So why not have at least, like, once you showed your stomach at the performance, or once you showed that announced you was pregnant, I felt that after that this documentary should have been based on you being pregnant, Blue Ivory. Now you did play the clip of Wendy Williams saying that, oh, this baby's not real. So from there up until her being born, up to the time you actually show Blue Ivory to the world, I felt like this documentary should have been boom in your face. This is my baby. I had this baby, whatever. And I felt like you only provided two evidence. And even then, the little clip of the silhouette, you could have had a body double. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you carry a laptop all the time, you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, you're all over all the magazines, and you have videos. The fact that because you have all of this technology and you're always on the computer, as you say, you're always carrying around with you throughout your pregnancy, you have not provided one picture of your stomach. Now I know that it was a picture of you with this little white two-piece on, but to me that's just still not enough. And then the one where you had this little, like, she had the little blue dress on, it was see-through. Even then, and I watched one video that made a really good point, how you can have the little fake pregnancy stomach body thingies, and when you zoom in on the picture, it does not look like it is your body. It looks like it's a little suit on in your leg. So I was just like, now this is my thing, to educate people on surrogate mothers. Now just because I say Beyonce did not have the baby does not mean that the baby isn't Beyonce's. Now, if you're going to use a surrogate, that means you take the mother's egg and the guy's sperm. So this is what I'm saying. This is the egg, this is the egg, and this is the sperm. You take the egg from the mother when she's ovulating, when that egg is dropping, you take her egg. That's when you at the highest level of being fertility, like your highest level of getting pregnant. So if you don't know, if you want to get pregnant, you want to aim for the time that you're ovulating. But anyways, so this is your egg while you're ovulating, and this is the sperm. At any given time, the sperm is always ready. So you take the male sperm, which they would take Jay-Z's sperm, Beyonce's egg, insert the sperm into the egg, and once it has incubated, or once it has the embryo begins to form, they take the egg and they put it inside the host, which would be the surrogate mother. So therefore, the child will come out looking like the mother and father, even though the child was delivered by a surrogate mother. So that's just like a parasite in the host. Just because the parasite is itself, one in itself, but it's just inside of a host. So when you think about that, think about it like that. So that's why a lot of people say, well, but Blue looks just like Jay-Z and Beyonce. It's because it's their baby. So yes, Beyonce is a mother and Jay-Z is a father, but I don't believe Beyonce had that baby. Another reason why I don't believe it is because she's so much of a star. She had Dance for You out. We like to party. That song, the countdown song, all that. All these videos before, during, well, before and during the pregnancy, you have no evidence of being pregnant. Now, I will admit that in the countdown video, you had little pieces of you being pregnant, but it was all glimpse. It was just like back and forth. One minute you skinny, one minute you big, and it's just like, oh, okay. So to me, I just feel like there is real no evidence, as like no real evidence of you being pregnant. And then I understand that you have so many. This is another point I want to make. You have so many gossip radio posts and in magazines that will put everyone on blast. It's amazing how this whole Beyonce being pregnant thing was not exposed the way it should have been exposed. The only way I've really seen evidence of it is on YouTube through people who have been following her pregnancy before, during, and after. To me, provided me with the most evidence. Now, Wendy Williams made a good point. She had two workers that was pregnant. One was a little bit one lady was the same at the same time at the same amount that she was, I think, at the time, and one lady was a little earlier. And she both tested them, see how your stomach look when you sit down, how you sit down, everything. And I've never been pregnant before, but I've been around a lot of pregnant people, and I see how they sit down, I see how they get up, and I see what their stomach looks like when they're little, big, full, or and it's just a baby there. I know what it looks like, and the fact the way Beyonce sat down, that her excuse was, oh, the dress was too big, or the wind, or the angle. To me, no. If you're pregnant, you're pregnant. There are clothes that you can wear to help hide it. Example: Mary Mary. Mary Mary has had plenty of children, been on tour, and still performed everything. Even with that being high risk, even on with Erica and Tina, obviously Mary Mary, even when they was recording or when they would perform or something like that, at some point in time you can tell they was pregnant. Regardless of how cute or how much the clothes hid their pregnancy, you can still tell. When they performed, they wasn't jumping around. They wasn't getting on tables and jumping tables and wearing they were wearing heels, but they wasn't doing all that jumping around while they was pregnant. So it's another thing. If you already had a miscarriage 2 months prior, obviously you would be on bed rest, right? You'll be bedridden. But the fact that Beyonce claims that her doctor told her that if you are meant to have this baby, you're meant to have this baby. This is what I'm saying. So, once again, if you were so heartbroken about the first miscarriage, why would you do the same amount and even go harder for the second pregnancy? Makes you think about it. So, is that a bad judgment call on her? Yes, it is. To me, I just feel like I'm not upset that she uses surrogate. I'm more upset at the fact that she lied about being pregnant because, as of a fan or fans, some people may feel like the fans don't deserve anything, and some people say the fans are everything. So, to me, when you are pregnant, a fan want to be able to go through the process with you and see this growth inside of you and be able to see the baby and be able to wish you and congratulate you and send you things or listen to you. They want to be able to go through this time with you. And the fact that it was lied, I feel, is a really big slap in the face because a lot of women out there who are trying to get pregnant or who want to get pregnant or who have lost a child and want to be able to mourn or celebrate with you. And the fact that you lied is kind of like a really big slap in the face. So your reasons for having a surrogate could have been because 2 months prior, you had a miscarriage, or you was worrying about your body, or you knew, okay, I have these singles out, I need to make videos, I need to be in the best shape of my life, or whatever. So, and that's your business. That is your business. But you should not have lied about it. I felt like that was something that you shouldn't have lied about. And something as small as you lip singing, you proved your point 2 weeks later. But this is a whole year later and you have not proved your point yet. And I just feel like with all this um or the bashing that could have happened and could have put you on blast, the fact that it was kind of on hush hush, makes me feel like you possibly paid people to keep on the low. Oprah normally goes into depth with any kind of interview that is dealing with something like this. You know the rumors. We all knew the rumors, and the fact that in your interview, the topic of your father cheating was not really talked about, and your pregnancy or the night that you was pregnant and going into details and putting you on blast about the red dress and your stomach folding up like a pancake would have been talked about if it was anyone else. Anyone else would have been bashed for it. But the fact that the two biggest topics that could have been talked about and you could have put on blast and could have put the ice on the cake about it was not talked about. So once again, I do feel like you lied about being pregnant for your own reasons. Was whatever, that's your own business. But I don't I don't even know why you would do that because you have so many fans that would be able to understand. I know it's plenty of women or couples that have used the method of surrogacy to conceive or have a child, especially amongst the LGBT community. Now, I don't know your fan base, but that you could have touched a lot of hearts or could have gained a lot of fans and support system from the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? But instead, you chose to lie about it. And if you're gonna lie about something, at least have the evidence be consistent with the lie so that it can make people say, well, maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Because honestly, you cannot deny a live performance, what you see. You cannot deny the paparazzi um, pictures because they have the date on it. You cannot lie about photo covers. I understand you can Photoshop, but there's no way in hell you can be 7 months pregnant, stomach out to here, and they can Photoshop you and look like how you were when you was 20. There's no way. So again, what doctor would would allow a client with a high risk pregnancy to perform in heels, 6-inch heels, if not higher, flying constantly, performing video shoots, tight clothes for the video shoots, and it's okay. And if you are so concerned about your body and your pregnancy, and not only your pregnancy but your child well-being, why would you perform and give it your all? There's ways that you can perform and give it your all and still, calm down. But you went hard every performance, and kudos to you for that. But the evidence this doesn't add up to me. It's more evidence about you not being pregnant than it is you are being pregnant. So I just felt like once again, you made it known that you sound beautiful and that you can rock a performance at the Super Bowl because you got bashed so much about the inauguration, lip singing the national anthem. But once again, this documentary and the interview with Oprah did not prove anything more than that you are a human being. I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy it, but I was disappointed, and I was just like, man, this chicken had this baby. This chicken had this baby for real. So once again, this is Kia Love. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Like I said, it's all my opinion, and just the facts are what they are. You cannot. She had plenty of photo shoots, plenty of videos, plenty of paparazzi pictures prior, during, and after. And it's women out here who body snap back, but even someone like I said, the girls on 16 and pregnant who don't mean nothing to a person in the middle like Snooki or Kourtney Kardashian, Kendra, the whole playmate Kendra, everyone who has been pregnant and has been on camera talks about how their body has to snap back and da 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 da. Your body snap back in 2 weeks, really? Now it is possible, but really, like really. So, um, I just say that to me, you lost a lot of credit, um, or may have lost a lot of fans because of this. But I will say that whatever your reasons were to do it, that's between you and God and Jay Z. But you know, it's a fact that your family wasn't really in magazines talking about it. It was really hush hush even after the fact that it was known. To me, just says that maybe the rumors of you being an attention seeker is true, because the fact that you lied about it and then kept it up, and the lies weren't good lies because, like I said, everything was documented. And then the fact that you had a documentary put out a year after that should have put everybody on the ass. You should have shut everybody up. And instead, you came with like this whole, oh, look, my stomach is a baby. And then the whole silhouette thing. It was pretty, you know, but it wasn't you. So, again, I am a big fan of Beyonce's music. I've never been to any of her concerts or anything like that, but I am a fan of her music. I just wish that she would have not been so much of an attention seeker and just been a, like you wanted to portray, or like you are, a real human being. And I just wish that you could have allowed your fans, once you announced you was pregnant or whatever. I wish that you would have not allowed your fans to go through the process with you, instead of shutting them out, and not only shutting them out but lying to them. And I just feel like you lost a lot of cool points with a lot of people. People are gonna talk regardless, and this should have been the time that you shut them up. And so you shut them up about your voice, because obviously we all know that you have a beautiful voice. But when it came down to this whole pregnancy thing, ma'am, you completely lost. And yeah. So good luck to you, and congratulations to you being a mother. And I hope to one day be a mother. And if I have to one day use a surrogate, I am, and I wouldn't lie about it. But hey, to each his own. I just hope that your reasons were a lot more, or I hope your reasons for having a surrogate mother were legitimate reasons, and not just because you have a busy schedule or because you want to preserve your body, because that's the most selfish thing that you can do. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, you guys. Follow me on Twitter at lady_lady89. Also on IG at Kia underscore love.